Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Emil Ennis Jr. back here with Clever News, and we love Demi Lovato for her ability to make the best out of an unfortunate situation. And because we know you could probably use a laugh or two, we're going to break down some of the best moments where Demi unapologetically trolled herself. It still might be hard to fathom at times, but we've come to learn that celebrities are just regular people and make regular mistakes just like us normal folk. That said, it's always refreshing when said celebrities are able to make the best out of a cringe situation and completely own their occasional shortcomings or wrongdoings. Case in point, Demi Lovato kicked off 2020 on a high note, with performances on two of the biggest stages an artist can step foot on, aka the Grammys and the Super Bowl pre-show. 2020 was set to be the year of Demi's comeback, but unfortunately for celebrities, the good, the bad, and the ugly of their entire lives are put on display for the rest of the world to witness and interpret for themselves. Demi seemed to be on top of the world with A-list performances and shortly after falling fast in love with musician Max Eric. We won't go into all those details, but if you've been keeping up with the news during quarantine, you know that the two got engaged and then unengaged, which honestly seems like a lifetime ago. But for weeks after the split, Demi remained noticeably tight-lipped, but following the 2020 People's Choice Awards, it's clear she's now able to laugh about her past decisions. Demi was last weekend's PCA's host and completely shocked fans as she poked fun at her engagement to Max in her hilarious opening monologue, reminiscing on this past year.
But then COVID hit and everything shut down, so I did what everyone else did. I went into lockdown mode and got engaged. I got into painting, photography, meditation, tested the limits of Postmates Unlimited.
Throughout her monologue, Demi touched on everything from the way her year started out to partaking in new quarantine hobbies, and even admitted that she, quote, binged 7 seasons of Pretty Little Liars just before joking that she got unengaged, then went looking for aliens in the desert. She even shared coverage of the monologue to her Instagram story, so clearly Demi wasn't afraid of a little self-roasting, and fans were living for it. But on a more serious note, this year marks Demi's attempted comeback after relapsing and overdosing at her Hollywood Hills home back in 2018. The relapse occurred after 6 years of sobriety, and Demi checked into rehab immediately after being hospitalized, and then again in 2019, and was finally ready to make a full personal and professional comeback. But as soon as quarantine hit, she decided to make the best out of a bad situation once again while appearing on a virtual reunion for her hit Disney Channel show, Sunny with a Chance. The entire cast, including Sterling Knight, Tiffany Thornton, and Matthew Scott Montgomery, took part in the reunion and kicked things off by catching up on what they've all been up to a month into quarantine. That's when Demi dropped a major truth bomb on her whereabouts, which was met with some surprised faces and even more nervous laughter.
How's everybody doing? What has everybody been up to since the show?
Everybody all at once, go.
What have you been doing?
Rehab several times.
The cast continued to share memories about their time on the show when Demi touched on why she used to nap in between shooting scenes as her dressing room temperature was always set to 98 degrees. She continued to feed viewers with unabashedly open answers, telling her castmates, quote, "You guys, I had an eating disorder and was underweight and freezing." But Demi eventually got serious about her time in rehab as she credited her co-star Tiffany with being a constant in her life. She said, "When I went away to treatment for the first time, I remember it like you were my biggest inspiration coming out of it. You dealt with all those pressures of being a woman on TV. I looked at that like, I wish I had that so bad." Nonetheless, fans once again praised Demi for how vulnerable she is with her fans, like this person who said, "I love how Demi is just so open about her life and just doesn't care what people think." Another person wrote, "I'm glad Demi has a good attitude about all the stuff that's happened to her. It's weirdly motivational." And finally, allow us to fill you in on the viral fanfiction story of Demi's long-lost twin sister, Poot Lovato, who was discovered by one Tumblr user a mere 5 years ago. The story is definitely one of those if you know kind of situations, and one that dates back to 2015 when a fan posted this photo to Tumblr, which features a sketch alongside an unfairly lit paparazzi photo of Demi, fashioning what appears to be a shaved head and a mohawk. That's when Poot began making her way around the internet, and fans started getting really crafty with her origin. The story that has since gone viral started with another photo of Poot with the caption, "Demi's twin sister. She was locked in a basement her whole life. This picture was taken the first time she went outside. Her name is Poot." Poot quickly turned into a household meme, and once making her way back to Demi, she was less than thrilled with the unfortunate camera angle. Demi took to Twitter to air out her issues with Poot in a since deleted series of tweets writing, "Cool to see the angle turn into a meme that circulates the internet to people's amusement, ha. Oh, and make actual headlines." But just 2 years later, Demi seemed to have a change of heart about her long-lost twin sister and freed her from the basement. Just 2 days after April Fool's Day, Demi tweeted a gif of Poot's head moving across the screen, and fans collectively lost their marbles. Many were thrilled that Demi finally warmed up to the beloved Poot and began dubbing her the self-awareness queen, as well as many other speechless fans who claim Demi finally let her out and that Poot has risen. It's no question that Poot is a household name and a virtual icon of the ages, and her existence wouldn't have been made possible without the incredible Demetria Lovato. But to find out what Demi had to say about her roller coaster of a year, click right over here for another clever video, and then let us know which of these moments made you laugh the hardest, and also feel free to send some love to Demi down in the comment section below. I'm your host, Emil Ennis Jr. You can find me on Instagram at Emil Ennis Jr., and I'll see you soon right back here on Clevver News. Bye guys.